to be the host for the stage today. I would like to start with asking a question. Where are we today? And where we are is that augmented and virtual reality is finally becoming reality. The digital world will soon be enmeshed with the physical world in a way that our reality will be the transparency node that we choose. So how much of the physical world do we want to be entering in the digital space? And with how much of our physical body do we want to be stepping in the digital space? So I would like to start with introducing Alysha Naples, a dear friend and a visionary who's been living in a future for quite a while. The future where we don't need screens. Alysha has been working on transforming the culture and making people think in an incredibly engaged way on what does it mean for us to step into the digital future. She has affected almost everybody that I know in a way that I am constantly blown away by. We met each other almost 3 years ago, and since that day, her thinking, her ideas have forever changed the way I see augmented, mixed, and virtual reality. Please come, Alysha.
Hello. How's everybody doing this morning? Excellent. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, awesome. Good morning. I am absolutely delighted to be here. It's my first time in Berlin, and I know that it is such an amazing honor to be in a city that is brand new and look out into the audience and see a bunch of familiar faces, including one that I don't think I've seen since about 2002, so I'm so glad you're here, Erin. So a week ago, I was back home in America, and I thought I had this thing totally in the bag. I knew what I was going to say. Everybody said, oh, are you excited about going to Berlin? Yes, I am. It's all cool. Everything's great. And then I woke up 1 week ago today, and the whole entire world had changed. And I went, so here we are. And what the hell am I going to do in Berlin now? What am I going to do when this is where we are, here, now? And I thought about the title of this conference, VR Now. And I realized that I've spent pretty much the last 2 decades living in the future, working on the future of technology, emerging technology. And it's time today to really just be here now, to talk about what we can do now. So, to talk about what we can do now, let's go back. So, as long as humans have been on this planet, we have had some basic impulses. We want to learn, we want to share, we want to play, we want to explore. You can go back to caves in France and Spain, around the world. As far back as you go, there has been a giant human urge to leave a mark, to tell a story, to share something. This, learning, sharing, playing, and exploring, this is your baseline. If you're working in VR and you're not covering these needs, then the best thing that you're making is an entertainment gadget. There is no way that a medium will become transformative or sticky unless it addresses these things. Yeah? All right, so right now, we live these weird fractured existences that take place between 3D and 2D space. 3D space is what we inhabit, we move around. I've been told not to move around too much for the microphone, so you're not going to get the interpreted dancing of living in 3D space. But we spend a lot of our time staring at these two-dimensional devices. And so basically, we're living our lives between the real 3D space that we inhabit and the 2D screen space of our devices. And that is going to change. The divide between data and space is going away. That is the promise of virtual and augmented reality. That is why we are here. We do it so often right now, the switching between 2D and 3D, that we don't even realize that we're doing it. So as this goes away, We're going to have presence with our data. We're going to have presence in computing environments. And that's why we are here right now, is to talk about the future that's being created, the future that is here right now, as we start to remove these glowing rectangles from our lives, so that we can be learning, sharing, playing, and exploring in a way that is more intimate and more visceral than anything we've seen before. And I can't stress this enough. This is not an intellectual exercise. This is an emotional exercise. And that's what I want you to take from this today. Yeah, we're going to talk about feelings at a tech conference in Germany. So take a big sip of your coffee, get comfortable, because we're going there. All right. One of the biggest mistakes that I see people make in technology all the time, and my background comes from user experience and interaction design, is that we all assume that we are good people, and so we assume that we are empathetic. This is a giant mistake, an understandable one, but a mistake nonetheless. You see, empathy is a conscious decision. It's a conscious choice to really think about how it feels for someone else, to really put yourself in another person's place. The complexities of the technological systems that we're building these days are immense, and so it can be really, really, really seductive to simplify the person on the other end of your system, to reduce them to a demographic or a persona.